Ladies and gentlemen, life is filled with moments of unpredictability, and one thing you must understand is that people change, and they change unexpectedly. As we navigate through life, relationships, friendships, and even family bonds, it's essential to acknowledge that this can happen at any time. The truth is, people might shift their priorities, interests, or views, and when that happens, it can feel like a sudden disruption in your life. But you must be prepared for it. For this shift is not something you can control, only how you respond to it. People by nature are constantly evolving. Change is inevitable, and it often happens in ways we least expect. Relationships, whether they are personal, professional, or familial, are no exception to this rule. There will be moments in life when you may notice people around you acting differently, pulling away, or simply changing in a way that no longer aligns with the version of them you once knew. Once we realize this, we have the answer to the question we either want to improve or to get rid of. Question 6. What do you imagine in a way that no longer aligns with the version of them you once knew? It is important to recognize that this is a natural part of life, and rather than fighting against it, we must accept it. Change can happen for many reasons. People grow, they experience new things, they face challenges, or they simply begin to see the world differently. As time passes, the dynamic between you and others may shift, and this shift can sometimes feel like a sudden loss. However, what you must understand is that nothing is permanent. Just as you change, others do too. Their needs, priorities, and even values may evolve, which can lead to a change in the relationship. It's essential to remember that relationships are not always meant to last forever, and their purpose often lies in the lessons they teach you during the time you spend together. Bon truth is essential. It's also crucial to realize that expecting people to remain the same is an unrealistic burden to place on them. Everyone has their own path to follow, and that path might lead them in directions that no longer include you in the same capacity. This doesn't diminish your worth or theirs, but it is a reminder that relationships are fluid. Just as you may grow and change, so will the people around you. It's a cycle of life, and part of your growth is learning how to navigate these changes with grace and understanding. When you face the reality that people around you may change, it becomes crucial to strengthen your inner resilience. Life is unpredictable, and people are not always going to remain consistent. Relationships may shift, and external support may wane, but it is your own strength and determination that will determine how you navigate these changes. Resilience is the key to weathering the storms of life, particularly when others change or drift away. It's not just about enduring hardship, it's about thriving in spite of it. Inner resilience is the ability to bounce back from adversity, to stay grounded when the world around you feels uncertain. It means you are not dependent on others for your happiness or sense of stability. While it's easy to rely on people for emotional support, comfort, or validation, real resilience is found when you can stand on your own, even when those around you may falter. Resilience isn't about being unaffected by change. It's about how you respond to it. When the people in your life change, your first instinct might be to react emotionally, perhaps feeling betrayed or abandoned. However, inner resilience allows you to pause, reflect, and take control of your response. Building resilience requires mental toughness, emotional awareness, and the ability to adapt. It involves creating a strong foundation within yourself, where you know your worth and you trust your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. You must understand that you cannot control others, but you can control your mindset and your actions. When you cultivate resilience, you can face any challenge with confidence, knowing that no matter how people change, you have the inner strength to survive and move forward. It is this resilience that will guide you through the inevitable changes that life brings, keeping you steady and strong, even when things feel uncertain. Self-sufficiency is a powerful trait that each of us should strive to develop. While it's natural to lean on others for support, advice, or companionship, there comes a point in life when you must learn to stand alone and thrive independently. The world is unpredictable and people change, so it's important to build the inner resources and skills that allow you to flourish even when you don't have others by your side. Thriving independently doesn't mean isolation. Rather, it means being strong enough to handle life's challenges on your own terms, with confidence and self-reliance. When you rely solely on others for your sense of well-being or success, you risk being left vulnerable when those relationships shift or when external support disappears. The key to thriving independently is recognizing your own strength and understanding that you have everything you need within yourself to succeed. This involves cultivating a mindset of self-reliance, where you look inward for the resources and motivation needed to face challenges rather than depending on others to provide them. Independence doesn't just apply to material or practical matters. It extends to emotional and mental well-being as well. The ability to be content, fulfilled, and at peace with yourself, regardless of external circumstances or the actions of others, is a cornerstone of thriving independently. It involves creating a life where you are your own source of encouragement and motivation. You learn to trust yourself, make decisions confidently, and take full responsibility for your own happiness and growth. By developing independence, you position yourself to weather any storm. When people change, you don't have to be left feeling lost or uncertain. Instead, you will have the strength to stand firm, knowing that you're capable of handling whatever comes your way on your own. In life, one of the most liberating actions you can take is to let go of expectations. We often invest emotional energy into the belief that people should behave in a certain way or that relationships should remain constant. This can create an unhealthy attachment to the way things should be, leading to frustration and disappointment when those expectations are not met. People change, situations evolve, and life doesn't always go according to the plan we envisioned. By releasing expectations, we free ourselves from the grip of disappointment and open ourselves to new experiences and possibilities. Expectations often arise from our own desires, fears, or past experiences, but they are not universal truths. Everyone is on their own journey, and the way they choose to walk that path may not align with what we hope for or anticipate. When we expect others to act or react in a certain way, we are putting our happiness in their hands. This gives away our power, because we are no longer in control of our emotions or reactions. Expectations create a form of attachment that ties us to outcomes, which can cause unnecessary emotional turmoil when those outcomes don't materialize. So, when you let go of expectations, you create space for acceptance and understanding. Instead of feeling hurt or rejected when people change, you will find peace in the recognition that their journey is separate from yours. This doesn't mean you should stop caring for others or stop striving for the best outcomes. Rather, it's about accepting the fluidity of life and understanding that not everything is within your control. When you stop expecting, you open yourself up to greater flexibility, deeper relationships, and more freedom to live in the present. Yeah, staying grounded in the present moment is one of the most powerful tools you can utilize when facing the unpredictability of life, especially when people change. In a world filled with distractions, it's easy to become overwhelmed by what has happened in the past or what might happen in the future. When relationships shift or people change, it's easy to spiral into regret or worry, both of which are rooted in thoughts about the past or future. But the present moment holds the key to maintaining your peace and clarity even in times of uncertainty. So if we come back to the first process, the Kurim, basically what happens is that the present moment is all you truly have. It is the only time in which you can take action, make decisions, and experience life. When you anchor yourself in the present, you stop allowing the past to dictate your emotions and the future to cause anxiety. The present moment allows you to respond to change calmly and with awareness, rather than reacting impulsively or emotionally. By staying focused on the here and now, you can detach from the uncertainty and find the space to process what's happening with a clear mind. So, mindfulness, or the practice of staying present, is essential when dealing with change. It allows you to observe your thoughts and emotions without judgment, giving you the ability to decide how to respond rather than being controlled by external events. When people change, instead of ruminating on why or how it happened, you can observe it as just another moment in time, something that doesn't have to define your next move. The more you practice staying grounded in the present, the easier it becomes to maintain your composure and navigate changes without being overwhelmed. You learn to embrace the ebb and flow of life with acceptance, knowing that each moment is an opportunity to adapt and grow. Trusting in your ability to adapt is one of the most empowering choices you can make when facing life's inevitable changes. Change is the only constant, and life will continually present you with challenges, obstacles, and shifts in your surroundings. People will change, circumstances will change, and you may find yourself in situations that feel unfamiliar or unsettling. But your ability to adapt to those changes is a reflection of your resilience, your flexibility, and your inner strength. Trusting in this ability is essential for not only surviving but thriving through life's transitions. Adaptability is not about passively accepting whatever comes your way. It's about responding to change with an open mind and a willingness to adjust. Life rarely unfolds in the way we expect, and when things don't go according to plan, it can feel like a setback. But the truth is, every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow and adapt. The more you trust your ability to navigate change, the more confident you become in your capacity to handle anything that comes your way. Adapting to change requires a mindset that views obstacles as opportunities for growth, rather than insurmountable problems. When you trust that you can adjust to whatever life throws at you, you stop resisting change and start embracing it as a part of your personal evolution. Whether it's a shift in relationships, career, or life circumstances, your adaptability allows you to pivot, learn new skills, and move forward without getting stuck in frustration or fear. When you trust in your ability to adapt, you gain a sense of freedom. You understand that no matter how things change, you are capable of finding a way to adjust, learn, and keep progressing. This trust in yourself makes you more resilient, more resourceful, and better prepared for the inevitable changes that will come in the future. End footnote. Ladies and gentlemen, life is an ever-changing journey, and to survive and thrive, we must embrace the fluidity of people and circumstances. By accepting change, building inner resilience, and learning to stand strong on our own, we empower ourselves to navigate the unpredictable with grace. Let go of expectations. Stay rooted in the present, and trust in your ability to adapt. Through these principles, we not only survive, but we emerge stronger, wiser, and ready to face whatever life throws our way. The power to overcome lies within you.